up, everybody? It's Sam, and we are back with another episode of Pessimistic at Best, the podcast. Everybody's favorite guest is back on the pod.
Who, me?
It's you.
Oh man, good to be back.
Aren't you so happy to be here?
Yeah, I am in the nick of time. This is coming out in like 5 hours.
So true. Love how last minute and easygoing you are.
Yeah, that's right. So we better be funny so I don't have to edit it. We got to keep the comedic timing on point.
Okay, let us know how we're doing.
Right now.
Fans, please weigh in.
We have all the lights on because it's late in the day, so you can see our beautiful ring light.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of the nighttime episodes.
You can't even see it?
Oh, yeah.
Even when it's not on?
Yeah.
Oh, embarrassing. Yeah, we have a real official podcast setup going on here.
100%.
You know, studio staff is sort of in the back, and...
yeah, they're watching from a window. Yeah, the producers are all paying very close attention.
We did have to shut the windows to buffer some of the noise.
Yep.
It's incredibly hot in here.
Yeah, I'm burning up.
I think we're going to get some bad sleep tonight.
We've been getting really bad sleep.
Really bad.
I'm really sick of it.
It's really hot in there.
Yep.
Aren't you so glad that I purchased cooling sheets?
I guess so.
And a duvet cover and also pillow shams.
And it's one of those things where it's like, how can a household not have a fan? Not a single fan.
So true. In fact, something we should probably invest in.
It's something we need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't get time to put in the new window units or anything, so...
Yeah, landlords, if you're listening...
Yeah, exactly.
would actually love to have those installed any day now.
Yeah, just hit us up. We're here. We're available.
If you happen to be listening to Pessimistic at Best...
and you own our house.
Yeah, please invite yourselves over.
Appreciate you guys.
We'll get you a glass of
slide
water.
Through. Yeah, exactly.
James's signature move whenever anybody is like working on our house is he's like, "You want any water?"
They love it. That's like that's the only thing I can offer. Like, I'm not going to be like, you want some food?
You guys want any water?
No, I think that's so nice to do.
You hit it every time. It's so funny to me.
They always appreciate it. You're funny.
Most of them say no.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because they're supposed to say no, but it's the thought that counts.
So funny. Well, it's something I love about you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. How have you been?
Oh my gosh, so amazing. Thank you for asking.
That's so good.
I'm a little bit hot.
Oh.
I did just take a shower to cool down, which is never a good sign.
Oh, yeah. How cold was it?
Well, so it was really cold. I actually don't like cold showers. So towards the end, it was probably, relatively warm, but...
Yeah. It's kind of a lose-lose. Like, I'll do the same thing. I'll get in, I'm like, yeah, it's a cold shower. I'm cooling off. And then you're wet and you're like, okay, this should be warm
Turns
now.
out it sucks. Yeah.
And then you get out and you're like, well, fuck.
I'm still hot.
I'm warm. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
totally.
Funny.
So that's what happened to me. I did put self-tanner on. So to anybody watching at home.
Wow.
Yeah, sort of glistening.
Bronzed goddess.
Mm-hmm, just kind of waiting for it to kick in.
Yeah.
Any second now. Yeah, and I feel like my hair is also maybe giving mushroom. If you could give me a haircut this week, that would be awesome.
I can probably do something like that.
Okay, love.
Yes.
Yeah, but anyway, otherwise I'm fine. Sort of easing back into summer.
Yeah. We've had a couple like hot days outside.
Yes.
That really takes it out of you.
Yeah,
first
sort
couple.
of something that you have to actually readjust to.
Yeah, and as we've talked about plenty before, don't go outside that much.
Right, like I'm constantly in here.
We need to work on that.
Yeah, trying to go outside more, totally something that's on the bucket list for this summer.
The bucket list. Before summer kicks the bucket.
Something cool that happened is I had to break into our house.
Oh, that is fun.
Sort of a cool thing that I had to do.
Yeah.
Landlords, at this point, please stop listening.
Yeah, this is not for your ears.
Landlords no longer continue listening.
I have some nice evidence of it.
Oh, just a cute little voicemail.
Just a cute little message from my baby.
Just a sort of a love note.
Yeah. Is he gonna play?
If you do not fucking get me from the front door right now, I'm literally going to kill you.
Yeah, and I really meant that. I really did.
Yeah, I messed up a little bit.
James sort of, our wonderful friend, Annie, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Had a gorgeous birthday party.
Yep. A little too much fun.
Yeah.
If you ask somebody named James.
Yeah, James maybe had, more fun than everybody else. Which is totally cute and cool.
Oh, yeah.
And bound to happen.
Right. Yeah. I went home early and I might have taken the only set of keys we brought and I might have fallen asleep and my phone might have died. But who is to say?
It's one of those things where James always has his keys on him, first of all. And then I didn't want to carry both sets of keys. So I will
It's like the only time I haven't brought my keys.
Yeah.
Maybe ever in my life.
And like, you know, we sort of left the house being like, okay, one pair of keys, gotta stick together.
Yep.
Gotta stick together.
Or if somebody goes home, they have to stay awake.
You have to
with
stay
their
awake.
phone on.
Yeah, so true. Those are kind of the only two options.
Yeah.
James found a secret third option.
Yes.
Which was to completely fuck me over. So sort of fun and cool.
Yeah, it's also a fun option.
Yeah. And so essentially James went home. He got sort of had the hiccups for an hour and decided it was maybe time to head out.
Yep.
Completely fair.
Yeah.
I think when I knew that when you only ate half your Culvers that you were probably going to go home, and I still really didn't want you to, but
I don't remember half of Culver's, and like I think as I was like realizing I wasn't all there, I was like, all right,
totally.
I think it's over for me.
Well, and as soon as Dylan was like, I'll take you home, I was like, fuck, he's totally going home.
yeah. As soon as I have an out, if my boys got me,
if somebody's encouraging you to
it's
leave,
over.
yeah, sort of, that's it. That's all it takes.
Yeah, I haven't messaged Dylan, but if you're listening to this, I'm sorry if I was sloppy. I've been meaning to holler at him, actually.
Well, love that. That'll be hilarious. You'll have to tell him that I had to break into the house.
Yeah. So what happened next
So
in your
basically,
journey?
I mean, you went home at like, I don't know, 7, 8, something like that. Maybe earlier even.
I think it was around 8. Yeah, sounds right.
And then I stayed out until probably around like midnight. It wasn't anything super crazy, but I went to a couple other bars with friends. I called my Uber. I was ready to go home. I probably should have texted you then to see if you're awake, but I think even if you hadn't responded, I would have still gotten the Uber. Very nice Ukrainian man gave me a ride home, so I chatted with him for a long time. And so I was quite busy. Nice guy. He had a lot of questions about Chicago, and his English wasn't very good, but he was determined to have a conversation.
Hell yeah. That's funny after spending a day with your Ukrainian princess friend.
So true.
Shout out.
Right. He must have known it was Annie's birthday. And so then pull up to my house. And I was like, okay, at this point, this is when we call James.
Yeah.
Got out of the Uber, said thank you so much. Got on the phone and took a seat on the porch. And after you didn't answer once, I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Because you actually always answer your phone.
Yeah.
I feel like pretty much every time that I call you, even if you're asleep, you answer your phone.
Yeah.
Like I can wake you out of a dead slumber.
Yeah. I feel like my internal whatever knows.
You sort of love that ring, that notification. There's something going on there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's some other stuff.
Yeah. And so I'm ringing and ringing. No answer. It keeps going, all the way to voicemail. I try FaceTiming because sometimes that makes a sort of different sound, different vibration that perhaps you'd pick up on more.
Okay. Yeah.
That wasn't working. I'm texting you as well, sort of like horribly mean things.
Horribly mean. Some of the meanest.
And you just were not waking up. I knew there was no hope on like banging on the door because we're like a whole level above it, and we also share the front door with our neighbors. I didn't want to wake them up.
Yeah, at that point it was like 12:30.
Yeah. And so I called you for about a half hour.
Yeah.
And then around that sort of halfway mark is when you were no longer were my phone calls even kind of ringing. It started going straight to voicemails, and I texted you a couple more times, and those texts were being not delivered. And so I was like, okay, this motherfucker's phone is dead.
Yeah.
100%.
Asleep on the couch.
So of course I'm thinking through all of the possibilities of I'm like, okay, do I call a friend, try to sleep at their house? I would have to get back in another Uber or something.
Oh, man.
Or I'm calling somebody who's close by, but probably asleep. I also don't really want to walk anywhere at this time of night.
No, definitely not.
And so I'm thinking through those options. Then I start trying to connect to every single Bluetooth device in our house.
I like this one. This is probably the most savvy thing we're doing.
I was like trying to connect to my Apple Watch. Then I tried the Foci because I was like, maybe he left the TV on. Like if I had any chance of connecting one, it would be that.
It's not connected to the TV.
It's not?
No.
Those are our speakers.
No, we just have it since we got the new TV anyway.
Oh, okay.
It should be like always on.
Yeah, so that in case so I could get in my house.
Yeah, right. Next time this happens.
For the next time this happens, yeah. So totally cool. And then, all the things, speakers, Apple Watches, whatever I could think of, wasn't working. And then I was like, okay, well, the other option is I try to sneak in through the back. And our backyard has a gate and a garage.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I don't even know if that makes sense. I texted a couple friends of like places that I could potentially go, but no one was responding. And I didn't want to be that girl of like calling everybody. I even thought of calling our downstairs neighbors because they do have keys, but I was like, I don't want to wake anybody up. And then I look like an incompetent, stupid ass bitch. And so I decided to mosey around to the back alley. And I got back there. I was like, I really hope nobody sees this. And I finagled my way up the side of our sort of gate, hauled my ass over. I did scrape my knees, left my phone up there. So then I had to go back up and get that off the roof of the garage. But I made it over, and then I dropped down, sort of stumbled my way. And then I was in the garage, or I was in the backyard. So I was like, okay, if worse comes to worse, at least I'm in like a relatively safe space. And if I was like, I might have to sleep on the roof. Like, I don't even know what my options are at this point. So then I like got up to our level and I like banged on the door, and you didn't come at first. I didn't want to bang too much to scare anybody because I was still not hoping to wake anybody up.
Yeah.
Then I sat there for a bit, texted you a couple more mean things. My phone was going to die, so I was running out of options.
Yeah.
So I ping again. And then eventually I just see this very confused little face stumbling over to the kitchen.
Could you see me through the window?
Yes. You looked like bewildered and like you had clearly just awoken from a very deep slumber. You looked insane. And then of course he opened the door and I just started screaming at him.
Yeah, that was nice. And I was like, I'm half asleep. I don't know what's happening.
And then I felt bad for screaming at you, but it was just like very emotional. I was like, I am left out on the street.
Yeah.
Crazy.
A fun part of like my phone dying is that, when you turn your phone back on and it's all green messages, it's like doubled.
Oh, that is so fun. Yeah.
Because it shows you the regular iMessage one and the SMS. So it just looked like
hate mail.
It was just the longest beratement.
So anyway, I did break into my house. Kind of cool.
Yeah, there's a how-to.
Yeah. Yeah, if anyone else would like to do that, you're more than welcome.
You'll still have to get my attention on the couch, though.
Right. We didn't actually make it all the way inside. So I feel like I'm kind of bluffing, but still kind of cool.
I'm impressed. I
have battle scars to prove it if you want to see my scraped knees.
You're a badass. You did it.
But yeah, I was just like so grateful to be inside.
Yeah. And yelling.
It's kind of crazy how you could just not be able to get into your own house.
Right.
I was like, do I call the police? Like,
yeah.
But that'd be crazy. And I'm glad that the police didn't get called on me. I believe we do have a Simply Safe.
Yeah, we have cameras in the front and back.
And so sort of hilarious if somebody were to watch those back and just kind of see me drop to the ground. I'm sure it wasn't glamorous.
I'm glad you didn't get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, definitely
it's not like
same.
The easiest climb.
No, in fact, I would like to think it was pretty hard.
Yeah. Maybe you would like rock climbing with me.
Well, I think this we're sort of like dire circumstances.
A little one and done.
Yes.
Well, I am still really sorry.
And it's okay. We made up.
Yeah.
Yeah, where everything's all good now.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's haha silly, so funny. We can laugh about it.
Yeah. Listen back to the nice voicemail.
Right. Yes, you might have to.
How is that the only voicemail?
I mean, I was like, what is that going to do?
That's fair. That's real.
I hate when people leave me voicemails. Just text me.
You don't like calls in general?
No, I sort of don't.
Yeah.
I actually don't really like anything. I don't
you
really
don't like texts.
Texting. I don't like communicating.
Besides in person.
Unless it's face to face. That's sort of where I shine.
Yeah.
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 Or on this podcast.
It's
if you guys sort of think that about me.
Sure.
If you feel like I'm shining right now.
With your mushroom head.
Yeah, my hair is giving mushroom. I definitely need a haircut. I'm trying to grow out my pixie to whom it may concern. I feel like we're getting somewhere.
You are.
Yeah.
Have we decided on just keeping it in-house, or do you want to go somewhere? I forgot where you left that.
You mean to a professional?
To a professional besides me?
Yeah, such a good question. I feel like that is TBD. The person I would like to go to is sort of outrageously expensive. And I'm all for supporting hairstylists. However, after having not really been budgeting for that for the last 2 years.
Has it been 2 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I haven't really been saving up.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, a hit to the pocketbook for sure.
Well, it's just so compared to like Madison.
Oh yeah, totally.
The prices here are just crazy.
It's crazy.
I know.
What are you gonna do?
The cost of urban living.
Oh, yo, and looking cute.
Seriously.
Beauty is money.
So expensive to be this gorgeous. Actually, this is free.
Yeah, I was gonna
If you want to look like this, you can have that for free.
priceless.
Yeah, so true. Yeah, growing out a pixie is not for the faint of heart. I actually wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Completely sucks, and every day
Sounds
I'm
hard.
kind of just waking up and hoping for the best.
You wouldn't believe how much I hear about your hair.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's just so, like, if I leave the house looking remotely normal, that is like a feat. I don't know. It's so hard. You can't style it. I don't know what to do. I can't quite get a hot tool in there yet.
I feel like you can't ever style a pixie either. Can you?
Yeah, with like just like product. But now the hair's a little too heavy
Yeah.
for product.
Okay.
But it's like not quite long enough to get the curling iron in there. So I'm just kind of
Dang.
stuck with mushroom.
That's tough.
Sort of, it's giving mushroom. It's giving 4-person tent.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we
Have
could,
you been thinking about
we
that
could
one? I like
sleep
that
forward.
one.
No, I actually came up with that on the spot. Thank you for asking.
Kind of sounded pre-planned.
Yeah, so I look awesome.
Yeah, moral of the story.
You're gonna get a haircut this week though, so that's kind of a cool thing
That's right.
by a professional.
Yes, my guy, Ricardo.
And you got to do it real soon because we're going to a wedding soon.
That's right. My best friend Matt's getting married.
First wedding that either of us will have been in. I haven't been in a wedding yet.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, you're not in this one.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm excited. You haven't been in
Precisely.
one, yeah.
No, I have not been in a wedding.
Oh,
So
beat you
yeah,
to it.
invitation's
Whoops.
open if anybody cares about me at all.
Yeah. If anyone needs an extra bridesmaid.
Yeah, if anybody actually likes me.
If anyone thinks you're shining.
No, I'm just kidding. None of my friends are getting married yet, but soon.
That's right.
But yeah, kind of cool. And you have to learn a little bit of a dance. So I'm kind of cool that you have to learn some choreo.
Yeah. Who'd have thunk it?
I actually can't wait to see.
First wedding I'm in, I gotta learn. I don't remember what it's called. Maybe the Hora dance. It's a Jewish wedding. You guys have probably seen it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a grapevine, some kicks.
Right.
I think it's
In
right
a
before
circle.
the chair lifting. I'm on the shorter side, so I will not be lifting the chair.
Right. Because you can't be trusted.
No, because
Yeah.
it'd be a little uneven.
Somebody's falling off that chair.
Somebody's sliding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
I will
But
say
I'm
if
really
I were
excited.
you, I think I would maybe be practicing the dance a bit more.
Yeah,
Sort
I
of.
think some of us might be looking pretty bad.
I think you.
I think I got it. Don't worry about
You
me.
think you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
We'll practice.
Well, I was saying that this is now the first, wedding that one of us is in. So I was kind
Yeah.
of like worried about my seating situation since I'm not in the wedding.
Oh yeah. You have been
Sort of something I've been thinking about.
fretting.
Because that's one of those things. I mean, I get it. You want to be like the wedding party. You kind of want to be surrounded by the people that you chose.
It makes a
But
lot
then,
of sense.
it's kind of like, but
But
what about me?
what about the plus one?
Yeah.
What about Samantha specifically?
But I recently learned that my table's going to be fun. So,
You've got probably the best table in the house.
and I actually can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
you're-
really
you're
looking
plugged.
forward to that.
Yeah,
So,
I'm super
whew,
Yep.
Close one.
It's gonna be a good time.
It is going to be fun. And I love my dress, which always makes things
Yeah.
so much
it does
better.
look really nice.
To whom it may concern, I did return my newly.
Yeah.
So sort of did that
4 months late.
after 4 months. And I did purchase another. I have kept my membership.
Yep. But that's
For
what
better
it's
or for
for.
worse.
Is paying 4 payments for the same 6 items of clothing.
Which I only wore for 2 weeks.
Yeah. No.
Sort of a cool, fun thing.
That's what Newly is all about.
Yeah, it's sort of cool and unique about me. I actually do think this latest Newly that I got, I think I'm going to buy one of the pairs of pants. I think I'm going to invest
I like those pants.
in forever pants. They found their forever home.
Yeah. I love that. You're fostering them. You're
Yeah,
seeing if you
right.
guys take to each other.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
So that's kind of cool. But I actually
yeah.
love renting dresses because I think I just like an occasion dress. I typically don't want to keep. I don't want to wear it more than once. Once you've taken the pictures, it's all said and done.
It kind of seems like the perfect example of
Yeah.
when you would want to do it.
Yes.
So, yeah, I support it. I'm happy for you.
And so far, the clothing rental has been all right. They did send me something that I didn't order because apparently it was out of stock. And I think it's sort of like interesting. I think that's interesting. I actually don't get it at all. I hate when they do that to me on like an Instacart grocery order or something too. It's like, well, no, I didn't want pretzels instead of chips because nobody wants pretzels instead of chips. But then this time they sort of just gave me a completely different pair of overalls.
Yeah, way different vibe.
Completely different vibe.
Different color.
I have worn them 3 times. However...
Wait, those orange ones are the ones you didn't order?
Yes.
You should be thanking them. That was your whole week last week.
Well, but I will say it's not what I wanted.
That's
not
hilarious.
what I wanted.
I thought those were the ones, because you got 2 overalls, right?
Yes. Well, the other ones are sort of like a full, like with sleeves.
That's killing me.
Yeah.
That's the one? you're
Look, I'm not trying to be ungrateful.
ungrateful.
So I wore
bastard.
them
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, I know. That's perfect.
And 3's plenty.
Yeah.
Think
They got their use.
I think we're all done with
Yeah.
those. They were just so orange as well.
Yeah, super orange.
Like, it's really hard not to look like Halloween if you're wearing
Yeah.
bright orange.
That's true.
Pumpkin orange.
The first thing you wore was like a black long undershirt, and you were like, "Is this Halloween?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
That's
sort of like
the Halloween colors.
in the middle of May.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
That's so funny. That's not the one you ordered.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all you've been wearing.
Well, 3 times is not that many times.
Yeah, sure.
Considering you wear the same thing every day.
Yeah,
So I actually don't want to hear a peep out of you.
That's right. Hey, I didn't get time to do my cold shower before this.
So true.
Anyway.
Not everyone could be so lucky.
Yeah.
Well, would you like to get into your good, bad, ugly?
Let's do it.
Not to cut us short, but I am hot.
No, yeah. We need to open the windows. We need to edit this. We need to move on with our lives.
Completely.
Okay. My first one is videos of people reuniting for good.
Okay.
My good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the sappiest shit, and it's so, and you know exactly what's gonna happen
Every
as soon as
time.
you like know what the premise of the video is.
It's written in the stars.
You could pretty much just move on. But I always watch them.
Are these like the military guy coming
Yeah.
home vibe?
Yeah, anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fuck the military industrial complex. But
Yeah.
reuniting videos are beautiful.
So true. I actually find that my favorites are either if there's sort of like a dog or a kid.
Yeah, or like animals that go back out into the wilderness.
Oh my gosh,
But then they
yes.
remember they're like caretakers.
Oh, those are so
Anything
good.
like that, I'm like, holy
Yeah.
shit. My eyes start welling up with
For
tears.
sure.
It's beautiful.
And they always put it just to that perfect little song.
Oh yeah. I mean, this happens in movies too. Like as soon as that piano comes in,
Right.
hits that chord.
It is kind of funny. Humans
Boom.
are so easily manipulated.
No, it's actually beautiful.
Yeah.
Like we're like adding a lot of music to our game right now, and I'm like, oh yeah. Just
Yeah.
let this drive everything. Whoops.
It sort of
Forgot
adds
about
all
that.
the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so those videos really get me. I know they're like just so, I mean, everyone is the same.
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
There's no such thing as unique experience these days.
No, the human condition will forever repeat itself.
Are you like constantly getting those in your algorithm or?
I don't even know why that came to my mind
Totally.
today while writing my GBU.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Hashtag.
The hashtag. I don't know. I was just like, that's good. That's because social media can be used for so many bad
Right.
things.
Completely. So
Like,
wholesome. Like
yeah.
that's so nice.
Yeah.
When you get
it's
onto
awesome.
a nice corner of the internet, I mean, it's always kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
we can all take a collective breath.
Yeah. I'm so down for some wholesome shit every once in a while.
For sure.
I might want to see hot takes and people arguing or whatever on the
Listen
internet.
to Pessimistic at Best.
Yeah, I might want to hear this bitch talk about some bullshit all day. Yeah. It's just a good thing.
So good.
So good.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I don't know if there's much else to say about it, but it's beautiful.
No, I mean, they are awesome. I feel like also just generally speaking for me, animal videos kind of fall into that same category.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, you'll see like, you know, a couple of cats cuddling or like there's always like the old cat who finally gets adopted. It's kind of like that vibe.
Yeah, or like a mangy stray that gets
Yeah.
cleaned up. By the end of it, I'm like,
Right.
fuck yeah.
And they yeah, totally. And they're doing the songs on
Yep.
those ones too, big time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Getting all the mats out.
Yep.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Okay,
Some
well, I
good-
love it.
Some good on the internet if you're looking for it. And then my bad, which is also a warning as we go into summer days and we have more campfires, is smoke in the eyes. Is bad.
I hate white rabbits.
Yep. I hate white rabbits. And it's one of those things where it always just like, it's like a switch is flipped.
Yeah.
You're having a great time. You're
It's so
sitting there.
true.
then you're just like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and then everything really sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually so funny because that really does piss me off. Yeah.
No, yeah, it gets me mad.
Yeah, and then I kind of just want to leave.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready to go home.
It happened at speaking of the wedding, the bachelor party. We were just around the campfire. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And you can't look at people.
Well, it always kind of feels like, okay, why me?
And then it really is true. It's like a cliche, but like you'll move and then it'll just follow you.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, why am I the chosen one tonight?
Yeah. The fire hates you.
Yeah, it sort of sucks to be picked.
Uh-huh.
I will say, too, just generally speaking, I hate... Sure, sitting around a fire is nice.
Yeah.
Lot of cons.
There are a good chunk of cons.
A lot of cons, because kind of like at a certain point you get too hot, or the part of you that's in there is hot, and then the rest of you is cold, depending on how actually warm it is outside.
That's true. It's really hard to find that right balance between all your limbs. And
then you go home and you fucking stink for days, and your
that
clothes
one's
stink.
pretty bad.
I think that's the worst.
Yeah.
Maybe second to the eyes.
And even worse is it's in your hair, and then you sleep.
Right.
And then your pillows.
You actually shouldn't do that. Yeah. Then
you might as well go shower.
Sort of infecting your sanctuary.
Oh, so true.
And that's not right. I feel like there was like, we were doing kind of I feel like now they also just like that smell.
Yeah.
Smells like the pandemic for me because we were so
right.
desperate to hang out. We were constantly sitting around fires just
that's
for like
so true. That's
to be
funny
able to
as
hang
fuck.
out outside.
Yeah.
And I feel like that whole year, all my clothes just smelled like that.
That's
to the point where I like wasn't even washing it anymore because I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna go to another fire tomorrow.
Everyone smelled like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also actually am so offended if somebody else has been around a fire and then they come over and hang out.
Yeah.
It's like, you fucking stink. You have to go home, or there has to be something. I don't want to spend time with you.
It's heavy. Like you feel it.
Yeah.
It doesn't just smell. Like it like hits your face.
That overpowers how much I like you.
Yeah.
I actually don't want to see you.
Right now, I don't like
I'm
you.
not interested in you.
Yeah.
You're kind of like ruining the ambiance
of the whole house.
Completely. It's like that fucking stinks and it's actually ruining my day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm also replace them all. No, not really. Because I mean, the ambiance in general is nice, but the pandemic also introduced just general heaters. Those are pretty awesome.
So true. Those are nice.
Now every like suburban house just has one in the backyard. Not us, but maybe we'll grab one.
Maybe someday.
Maybe one day.
I mean, I love like a fire. I love to see it and look at it and stare longingly into it and become memorized by it.
Memorized.
But I don't like to smell like that. I don't. There are, like I said, a lot of cons.
No, that's true. I think we need to acknowledge that.
I do love a fireplace.
Yeah, yeah.
I love a active fire within the home.
Yeah, yeah. When there's a chimney.
When there's sort of a chimney.
Directing
the
smoke away.
The rest, yeah.
So true.
But we don't have one of those, so now we opt for sort of the TV fire.
Yeah,
place.
yeah. That's like our... That's so true. It kind of always gives me a start when I turn on the TV and the volume's still loud. And it's just because like crackles.
It's also like maybe way louder than every other show we've ever watched.
Yeah, for some reason it's just...
Seems like the sound is off.
Loud.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But sort of a fun vibe.
Yep.
And somehow we've set it as the home screen on the TV.
Yeah, there's like some like fake TV channel system where it's not actually connected to a dish or anything, but it has like TV through the internet. Just
none of my business.
No, yeah.
Frankly. Okay. I agree that that's bad.
Good.
Some of the worst. Let's get into your ugly.
My ugly is a kind of like a self-proclamation or like I'm trying to become better. It's making people wait when they're picking you up. Also, speaking of Dylan, I pretty much do this every time.
Yes.
Whereas a guy like him, gentleman and a scholar,
be a little bit early.
Well, he's a little early, but if I'm picking him up, he's outside. He's ready for me.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, it's so nice. But me, I'm a little asshole. I'm making this guy wait 5 minutes. I'm like, fuck.
I actually think it's ugly to be early. I think it's ugly to be early.
Stop listening, Dylan. Don't listen.
I think it's ugly to be early. I also think it's really ugly to be on time. I actually think everybody should be late because I'm running late.
The thing is, I knew you would take it in that direction, and I do agree in general, like lateness. But when somebody's like picking you up and they let you know they're on your way, it's like you should be ready. This is pretty specific for like them outside the house.
I just think I'm cool with it if I have to wait a second.
This reminds me of your dad too, because he's always on our ass about being late.
Yeah.
Or more so, we just really are late when it's them for some reason, when it's your parents.
Like an hour. Like it's so bad.
Never that, but Jesus, yeah, it's terrible.
I just run late. I also think it's so crazy that some people find being late to be so rude.
Yeah, but but still to be sure we're talking about the same thing. I don't think being late to a party is making people wait, at a party or at a gathering.
Those are one of the same.
No, but it's specifically like we're going to this place together. We decided on a time. I don't know.
Well, that's true
ugly
for meeting somewhere as well.
I guess.
I mean, I guess I get it a little bit in the sense of like some people really feel like you're wasting their time.
Yeah,
because you didn't show up, and it's like, yeah, but like, duh, you shouldn't be here yet either. Neither of us.
Well, it's bad for us too, because I feel like a lot of couples will like one person's a tardy person, one person's early.
Yeah,
we're both late as fuck,
so
always
true.
to everything, and it's just like I can't.
I do feel like we take turns.
Yeah, that's so true.
However, we should maybe just, stop.
It's never one person's like ready early. It's one person's ready about on time.
It's like one person's ready a normal amount late and the other person
it's like 30 minutes late.
Yeah. I will say too, it has gotten worse now that we live in a city where we kind of have to rely on public transit.
Yeah, that's true.
Because then I feel like all of a sudden I'm like, oh, fuck it. We'll just be late in Uber.
Yep.
So it is being late is expensive.
And the difference is always pretty big. Like for us to bus anywhere, it's like 70 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, 60, 50. Sometimes
it's like an hour.
But then, yeah, it's like half the time.
Oh, and Uber is like 20.
Yeah.
25.
You can pretty much get anywhere in the city in 20 minutes in a car.
So it's kind of like, time is money, baby.
And that's what I always say. I'm like, I'll spend it.
I know. It's actually crazy because when we first moved here, I was like, there is no fucking way in hell that people mostly Uber.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've seen those charts of people downtown. It's a 1 mile radius. The astronomical how many people are Ubering less than a mile. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, because when we first moved here, I was like, there's no way that I moved from a city where I could walk everywhere that I wanted to go.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, there is literally no way that I'm going to be ordering this many Ubers. There's just not a chance. And now I'm like, if it's under $20, that's a steal.
Yeah, yeah. I'm there.
Yeah.
It's basically teleportation.
Yeah, that's actually free. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. In Madison, like besides the Union, every single thing we wanted to go to was in walking distance.
Yeah. We would usually walk to the Union too or drive. We never
we wouldn't
there.
Uber. Yeah.
I got an Uber in Madison. I could count on my hands how many times.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
It's like only if you're really drunk and it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and even then, you can walk home.
It's much more assured parking there too.
Yeah.
And we had like been there for so long, we knew where you could park if you were going to get close.
Yeah, I sort of hate driving anywhere in this city, so I won't be doing that. So Uber it is.
Yeah.
Love those guys.
Shout out.
Sometimes they're cool Ukrainian guys. The Ukrainian guy who was driving my Uber was also literally huge. And I was like, how old are you? He's 27. I was like, what? You literally look like you're like 40. So crazy.
He was like beefy?
He was a huge guy, barely fit in his car. His car was really small.
Oh.
Big guy.
Okay. Just large.
He was wearing a bucket hat, which I was kind of like, maybe that is giving you
20
away a little bit. What did he say he
was? 20 what?
He's 27. Yeah. I was like, there's no way I am about to be older than you.
That's funny.
Nice guy.
Hell yeah. Shout out.
So, yeah.
It's also crazy here. Lyft or Uber can be like half as expensive. Like sometimes surge shit will happen on Uber. It'll be like $45 and it'll be like $18 on Lyft.
I like Lyft because I have a Chase Sapphire. And so
loyalist.
girl math is
right.
If I'm getting 5 times points on my Lyft, it's
free actually.
Yeah, I'm actually earning money. I'm being paid to ride in this Uber, which is awesome for me.
Yeah. This is a side hustle right here.
Yeah, right. Yes. Yeah. So ladies, if you want to make some extra money, if you are looking to make passive income, girls,
you just have to get a Chase Sapphire card.
I have got you covered, and I can give you my referral.
Oh yeah. She's always looking for somebody to do
So-
that. That's hilarious.
And then we can both get points. Anyway, I agree with most of the things that you said.
you agree with the good and the bad.
Yeah, I
Not the
actually
ugly.
think being late is
Swag.
completely
It's super swag.
cool, beautiful, normal, appreciated.
Yeah.
And being early is ugly. I actually, like, if we're having a party and people show up early, I'm like, literally, fuck you. My house isn't going to be clean for another hour.
No, if they show up on time, it's the same.
Oh
It's
my
like,
God.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was just an idea.
I feel like sometimes, like, there have been a couple of friends who have come, like, right on time.
Yeah.
And I am like pissed off at them for the first hour of the party, like secretly. But like I'm probably not actually being that nice. Maybe I won't even really give them like they get like one arm up because I'm busy. I'm cleaning the house.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
sort of holding a grudge.
Because we're being bad hosts.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
yeah, and obviously it's your fault.
Yeah. It can't be ours.
Okay. Well, anyways, we actually have to edit this episode, so we completely have to go.
Yeah, we have to edit it. Yep.
We have to go. Yeah. So both of us
Yeah.
equally.
Both people in the room are going to put some time into this video.
Are both
And-
editors in the room with us now?
All right.
Okay. Well, love you guys. Get this.
Peace.
Get this. Only one episode left.
Oh, ever.
Ever. No, just for the season.
the
But
season.
obviously summer's coming up. I know you're all busy and obviously so am I. So
For real.
I have to sort of complete the rest of my bucket list
Yeah.
that I mentioned earlier.
Go do something.
So I won't be making these podcast episodes, but what I will be doing, I am sort of restarting my Patreon.
Wow.
So I will be recording monthly
Okay.
and incredibly exclusive. So if you want access to my bonus content, you got to pay up.
Yep.
You
And
got
I
to
might
pay
be
the big
there.
bucks.
I might be there.
And you could get some really awesome secrets from James.
Yeah, I tell all my secrets in
Yeah.
the Patreon episodes.
James just tells us all of his secrets. And then, yeah, actually, we just talk massive shit about everybody.
Oh, yeah, so true.
So if you pay for that, you might have the inside scoop
That's right. Yep.
on who we like and who we don't.
Yeah, it's all gossip.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll never know.
Naming names.
Which would be terrible. It'd be so bad to be left out.
So bad, so bad. You do not want that.
So I think that you should sign up. It actually only costs you $5 a month.
$5 a month.
And maybe I'll give you something cool out of it. I'm not sure what yet, but bonus episodes are for sure.
Yep. You can listen on Spotify now.
And a kiss on the lips. I
Kiss
just
on the
decided.
lips. Wow.
No offense.
I'll be supervising.
Okay, yes. Wouldn't that be so cool and fun? Okay, we literally have to leave.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, see you. Bye.
Bye.
And that's a wrap. I had fun. How about you? As always, thank you for living, laughing, loving, and most importantly, listening to my podcast. Want to stay in the loop? You can find us at Pessimistic at Best on Instagram, or if it's me you're looking for, that'll be at Sam Georgeson on all platforms. Don't forget to rate and review the show, and if bonus content is your thing, you can gain access to extra episodes by joining our Patreon. The link is in our show notes. And last but certainly not least, shout out to James for being the brains behind this operation. Couldn't do it without you, honey. Okay, see you next week.